Hello everybody, welcome back to more Elden Ring. Time for us to continue on. Now, we have picked up from a slightly different area. I remembered there's actually a couple of things that we can do here, but we're going to leave Mr. Tree Sentinel dude for a while. But I forgot we didn't come back here to give Bok his needle, so we're going to go ahead and do that before we move on. There we go. Just a quick detour to make sure we're getting everything done. Should have him move on now. And should mean that as we continue from the entering area of Leonia, we'll see him at the Grace. Okay, so it would seem... weirdly enough, he hasn't moved. This is where he usually is. In any case, maybe because we've gone so far, maybe he's moved up to Altus. It's definitely a thing. Yet is here. You can start her quest line now if you wish to. Just speak to her. She'll ask for some grapes. We said in the previous episode there's one right inside the castle. You can give that to her now if you wish to. We're going to leave all the stuff to do with her for its own kind of a little bit longer video. So if you see me passing through some like ruins or whatever, we're not really interacting with it. That's probably why. As we come down here though, we're going to want to head on into the church. Let's go on in here. Speed things up a bit. We have another sacred tier. Really wanting more mind now. So we're going to speak to our boyo here. Give him 10 runes. That's going to open up his shop. Are there any spells there we don't have already? Starlight is probably the only new one there. And because we have the lantern, like this can help, but I really have not found a situation where that is particularly essential. We probably will purchase it before he moves on, but yeah, it's not really terribly crazy. If we speak to him, he should tell you about getting a key, which we're going to get a little bit later on. We're probably not going to get that straight away. If you do want to get the key right now and you want to head straight into Ray Lucaria, I'll show you on the map exactly where you can get it in a second once we've gone through this. Here we go, he's asking for a second key. Just so we can complete his quest. It doesn't give you that much in the way of rewards. So we've dealt with that bit now. So if you do want to get the key that he's talking about, the first key to get into Ray Lucaria yourself is right here behind a dragon. So we'll be dealing with that a little bit later. For now though, we want to be dealing with the rest of the zone. So we're going to be heading on down the road and we'll loop back down to here because that's where we're going to get Sage's set. And depending on how long that takes, we'll see what else we want to do for this episode. So we're just going to follow the road down. We've already collected the scroll that was over that way, which is good. I can't remember exactly how much int I need for the carrying greatsword. I really want to start getting that on as well. I'm probably going to start regretting not having much HP in this area. But we're okay for now. Could summon here. There's quite a bit of stuff. This area has much more in the way of abilities that we can take advantage of so that we can actually start empowering our caster now. It's just going to take us a bit of time to get into a position for that. We want the cookbook. Get down. And I believe, is it over here somewhere? I don't know why I thought there was something over on this cliff. No, guess not. Oops, getting stuck. Just make sure you loot the camp. We don't want to leave any goodies behind. Don't think there's anything else for us though. Mount up. Okay, so obviously we've rested at this Grace before. Dealt with the merchant previously. We should probably go to this room at some point soon. But being as we're here, to save us coming back later, we're going to go do this cave. Which kind of has us just looping back on ourselves. I can't remember what this cave's called now. Could be might be Stillwater Cave. I know in here we get the Sage's set, so we might get some new fashion in here that might actually go with the hood that I want to wear. That'd be nice. Here is the sign that you're in the right place with all of the jellyfish. Not usually aggressive, but sometimes it can turn red, so just be careful. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. We're definitely going to want some light in here. Okay, in we go. We actually have a Clean Rot Knight as the boss in here. You guys will see what that is when we start going through. Which isn't really too bad. Just one of them isn't an issue. There is a bat in here. Is there a bat in... Did I think there was a bat in here? Yeah, we can hear it. It's on this side. Just be careful of that. Got a bit lucky there, I feel like. Plants underneath are less of an issue than everything else. We're just going to pass on through here. And we're going to jump straight over to the other side. Ouch. Give him the backstab. I know that wasn't very mage-like, but it was just too much of a risky situation there. If I remember rightly, we can pass around that way, yes, but first we want to go through here. Okay, so this is where doing something like... Did we get the... Yeah, doing something like this for a little bit might be useful. And then once we're at full health, we can switch it back over. Because otherwise, the Sword Talisman just isn't helping us out. You've got a lot of health. That must have been one of the boss ones. Any more? Do you want to keep coming? Yeah, it's one of the singing ones. I'm surprised we didn't hear that one. Usually speaking, they like kind of sing. If I remember right, we want to step through this because it slows us down. There we are. We have a Sage's set now. I wonder if I can equip any of this. It is in fact lighter. Oh, that is handy. Okay. So then if I do my hood. Yeah, that goes much better. Okay, that's good. Traveler's Sage. But you're not even going to see them, are you? That makes no difference. Okay. There we go. Well, looks a bit nicer. And we get an extra little bit of health. What's not to like about that? Health has returned to full, so now... Yes, I think I'm going to have to put some talismans away so we can take advantage of that more often. So down here is a rune item. I've said this before in my previous walkthrough. I don't feel like it's worth going through all of this poison before the boss just to get that rune item, so I'm going to opt to not bother with it. I didn't mean to use that one, but never mind. Yeah, we need to be careful here. Especially as it's trying to pressure us. But we've got bats above, so just don't be fooled by that. That was a third. Whoa, excuse me. Get down. Stubborn little mite. Okay. That was another one. Oh, we already got it, that's why. Don't think there's any more loot up here. No. Which is good. So, we can jump over to the other side again. Just staying out of that stream of poison. I suppose technically a good place to farm these if you want some extra poison blossom, but we should be okay. Shrine of Marika. Good sign that we're close to a boss. We're gonna have to FP up here. I'm sure they've increased the range of that. Just don't remember it going that far before. Okay, I'm probably gonna get poisoned here, aren't I? Right at the end. Poison Bloom. And then in here, it's going to be Clean What Night. So we're going to want to make sure we get our full FP. Lootle is capable of soloing this. So we really don't need to worry too much. We just need to not be in the poison, basically. So let's just wait for Lootle to get some aggro going. Whoops. Took a bit of a bad hit there. Can I backstab you? I should be able to. Oh. Pay attention to Lootle, he will destroy you. Ouch. And there we are, Winged Sword Insignia. This is basically continued attacks will do more damage. I think you have to attack like 3 times in a row for it to trigger. Really not great for this character, but we've got the dungeon done anyway. Dungeon is done. And then we can just make our way out. Okay then, so once we're out the cave we can map back up. I've already rested at the Grace just to make sure we're nice and fresh. And we're going to head for this crossroad we have on the map just here, which is where there's going to be a Grace. There should also be a Grace, I think, on this kind of ruin here. So maybe we'll go out for that first. There's not too much out in the lake itself. Oh, red plant. Very nice. Whoa, it's a trap. Oh no. I've had these before. If it laser beams me, I'm dead. Say laser beam, it's water beam. I did not realise we had a lobster trap for the artillery leaf there. Haha. So just going to make our way out. Always new stuff to find in this game, I love it. It's so good for that. Even when you think you've been everywhere and done everything. Oh, we should be close now. This is where the first map fragment was. Just gonna keep going on. Where is it? We should be getting close to it now. There it is. A couple of bits we want to get from around here. If you want to deal with this entire encounter, you can do. But there's really not much need to, and it's a bit more trouble than I think it's worth. So, where are we? We should be able to see everything as we come around. There are basically a bunch of the enemies we've been facing, kind of invisible around the edges of this. They'll start appearing as you go towards the middle. Now, if you run in for that one right there that we can already lock onto, what's going to happen is you're going to get this human centipede type enemy spawn on you, and it's probably going to kill you. It's an absolute pain in the ass. We can deal with it, and it does tend to struggle with elevation, so we can use the ruins to cheese it. But it's not like a mini-boss or anything, and it will just respawn, so I don't really see too much use in trying to fight it for anything in particular. What we do want to get, though, is all of the loot from around here. So we're going to want our ritual pot. We're going to want to come down here. The golden rune. The not-so-known... Where is it? There's a not-so-known area here. Where are we? Looking for some stairs. Stairs, where are you? There we go. So this bit is the bit that not many people know about. That has A cool little bell item in it. It's not mega useful for us. I haven't really tried it, but basically that ability they're firing does with the kind of weird black and gold ball of energy that chases you. This is an item you can use that'll do that. So if you just need like a renewable source of like a ranged attack that'll lure enemies to you, because it's not going to do like mega damage or anything, that's probably quite useful for that. And that is basically everything from this little bit. Just something to say about that portal that you can see. That will take you to the entrance of Laskyar. There are a couple of portals that will do the same. So this kind of gateway here, it'll teleport you over there, but we can't get in until we get to the key. Until we get the key anyway. And there is also a better portal, in my opinion, right over here, which we can use instead, and isn't guarded by an a-hole of an enemy. So we've got all of the useful stuff we want out of this. Like I say, you guys feel free to have a go at this encounter. You can get a good amount of runes out of it, but we don't really need to. So with that being said, we can head over to the east. Head over to the east. I do like this place. I don't know why I like Lakes of Lunia so much. It's kind of just misty really, but I do enjoy it. So this is going to be one of the sets of runes that I said before. We're just going to kind of pass through it for now. Just going to make sure I've got everything I need unlocked for what we need. Oh man. I can't believe how much poise you have. You can't be knocked out of that move. Ha! I got you. Let's see if I was right about the building with the portal. It was. Ha! Got it correct. It was that building. That's just good. So we're just going to tag this Grace. And we're probably... We've got a couple of minutes, so we'll loop south. There is a kind of random Grace along this side. I think it's like here-ish maybe. And a weapon right at the end of the cliff. Should round out this episode quite nicely. And it will just mean that we've cleared out our first portion of the Lakes of Liurnia. This area takes the longest, in my opinion. There is so much to do here, it's unreal. And is the place you're probably going to come back to the most, because there are places that we can't get to right now until we've done more of the game. So this is literally just kind of the where the biggest portion of the game is, in my opinion. It just takes forever to get through here. So I apologize if like there's loads of Lakes of Liurnia episodes. That's just kind of the way it's going to be. I feel like this place has got like the most fleshing out. Where is that Grace? I'm sure it's over this way. There it is. Like I say, I don't know. I find it a bit strange. The overworld has more Graces than it needs, in my opinion, because you don't really take much damage when you're running around, realistically speaking. We could have rested there. There is a troll down this way. I don't know how much we need to care about it though. Because really we're just down here. I suppose we can kill it. Oh, why not? Why not, he says. Why not? Take a crit. I didn't realize it could actually break the wall. That's real cool. I do like these little details that you just kind of uncover sometimes. Underneath! FP required. That's finished. There we go. You were never an issue to begin with, were you, sir? Sorry to have danced on you like that. So now I can go back to the back of the carriage. I think it's the back of the carriage. No? Or is it all the way down there? No, it's definitely an item. What is it? It's a weapon. There's a weapon here. Ha! I literally just did not see the one on the front. Because I'm crazy. Sorry about that. There we are. Treespear. Okay. So from here, probably going to be best for us to head for the catacomb. have kind of... Yeah, here we go, just down here. That's probably what we're going to do next. Now I do need to be careful. When I did my original walkthrough, we cleared a lot of this area out, and then that meant that an invader didn't appear for me. I believe it's been fixed, but I'd rather not chance it. We need to reach there to receive an invasion before we defeat anything this area or this area. So we need to just be aware that kind of the church is probably going to be the cut-off of where I head north on this eastern side. To start with anyway, so let's go to the Leonia Highway North. Okay, so from here, obviously you guys can see all that fun happening over that way. We'll deal with that probably in the next episode after we've done this catacomb. We're just going to head east and then down the hill. This one's fairly easy to miss. I often end up running all the way down the hill and then turning back up the hill because I just miss it. It's quite well hidden in the corners, so let's just see if I can not miss it this time. Where are you? Don't tell me I've already missed it again. That's why I miss it, looks, because it's hidden behind the wall. Haha. Cool, so here we are. Into the catacomb. Might try and do it this way, so we'll focus on maybe one dungeon for each video, and then do some outside of the dungeon stuff. That way, should make for them to be a little bit easier to do. In any case, Cliff Bottom Catacombs will be next episode. See you guys again for that.